Hey guys, welcome to Unlimited Health. Let's check out this video called World War I Oversimplified. Okay, now this was suggested to me by one of my subscribers. He actually suggested to me the Russian Revolution, the Cold War, and everything. I'm actually shocked that this channel, which these videos are from, has like only very few videos, like almost like 20 videos max. And because like every single video this channel has like fucking tens of millions of views. It's not even a joke. Okay, so I was expecting this channel to have like lists and lists of videos, but no, it's actually just like almost like about 20 to 30 videos, and that's it. It's crazy, but I wanted to start off after the Russian Revolution, the Russian Revolution and the Cold War. After those two series, I was like, where do I go? Should I jump directly into American Revolution or something else like Hitler Oversimplified Part 1? That's another one. Holy shit, that's so big for me. It's such a big topic. So, but the video is very short, so I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted to start from something like the beginning. I would say World War I is a good start. So let's start, and it's only like 6 minutes. I'll try to cover World War I Part 2 as well. That thing is only 7 minutes, so I'll cover both of them, Part 1 and 2, in this same video. Okay, let's just get into it, and don't worry about the American Revolution, Hitler, and all kinds of World War II. We'll get there. No need to worry about that. Okay, and also like there's these things called mini wars, and there's this thing called emu wars. A football war, and these are like funny topics, I guess. We will cover that too, so no worries. Okay, so let's do the World War I Oversimplified today, Part 1 and 2. Okay, let's just do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This thing has like 43 million, and Part 2 has 32 million views. Like, how the fuck? This is how you get popular on YouTube, bruh. Like, based on just like what, 20 to 30 videos, you get this popular over 20 to 30 videos. That's it. Like, super popular. It's not even a joke. I don't think even PewDiePie gets these amount of views that easily. It's crazy. Okay, let's just do World War I Oversimplified Part 1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's do it. It's only 6 minutes, and we'll get into Part 2 right away. We will do slowly, okay? Don't worry. We're not gonna do fast and finish all the videos and then like sitting down like a buffoon. We don't do that, okay? We're gonna get slowly and grab all the feelings, get all the eat it like Monster, but eat it very slowly. I don't know. Let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. What is this about?
The world
World War I.
1914, a time of modern technology, culture, and fashion.
Right.
Truly the height of civilization.
Yeah.
Let's have a war.
Oh
Everyone knew
shit.
a big war was coming.
Hey, I noticed that this video is 6 years old, and the voice, the narration, the voice, the mic quality, or whatever, the way he's talking is kind of low quality, but I guess we'll all get used to it. Okay, this thing has tens of millions of views, so it's great. It doesn't matter how he sounds. Let's do it.
France wanted some stuff back that Germany had taken from it.
Huh.
Germany wanted to take more of everyone's stuff.
Oh.
And they were building a big sexy navy that was making the British uncomfortable.
Oh shit.
These two empires thought they were really cool, but lots of different people who lived there didn't think it was so cool.
Yeah.
And some of them had even been declaring independence.
They were like, hey, knock it off. What are you doing, man? Let us live in peace. God damn it. That's what they were thinking.
With help from
You know?
Russia. Everyone was talking about each other behind each other's backs.
Yeah.
Throwing the fact that military...
Will they ever stop? That's what they're talking about. These people are getting aggressive. That's what they will talk about. They probably were talking like that behind their backs, And good, because, I mean, like, talking behind the back will not do much. You should come out and say loudly knock it off, you know?
Had come a long way since the last major war, and suddenly everyone was pretty eager to beat each other up.
Right.
In this area of Austria-Hungary lived some Serbs and Bosnians who hated living in
Sarajevo.
Austria-Hungary. So the Austro-Hungarian Archduke Franz Ferdinand goes there for a nice drive in an open-top car with
Okay.
his car's route published in advance.
Okay.
And that went just about as well as you'd expect.
Yeah. Assassinate! Oh my god. Of course, like back then people were like JFK, you know, people, I guess they were so quick to eliminate, kill, so that they could get rid of and shit. So I don't know who did it, but people were, you know, like careless. Very, very, they just want to get rid of anybody that comes up. And, you know, not, I guess humanity was very low back then. I guess, you know.
Along the way and threw bombs at his car. But they
Shit!
missed and blew up some officers behind him.
Oh!
So the Archduke
No!
goes into hiding, leaves Sarajevo, and the whole war never happens. Except
Oh!
no, the Archduke doesn't leave, but instead goes back out in the open-top car to
Top
visit
car.
the injured officers in hospital. The driver
Yeah.
takes a wrong turn and by sheer coincidence gets stuck beside one of the failed assassins,
Whoa!
who shoots him.
Oh
Austria-Hungary is
no!
understandably pissed about all this.
That's
and
messed
they think the
up.
Serbian government had something to do with it, which they might have. So they go to their ally Germany and say, hey Germany, we're going to declare war on Serbia. And Germany is all for that.
Okay.
So Austria-Hungary send a big list
That's
of
fucked
impossible
up.
demands to Serbia, and when Serbia
Okay.
refuses, they declare war.
Okay. Shit.
Austria-Hungary and Germany are friends. And
All
Serbia
right.
is protected by Russia, who's
Russia.
friends of France. So they all
Okay.
declare war on each other. Montenegro joins in too. France and Britain also have
Okay.
a kind of alliance. So when France
Fuck.
says, hey Britain, you got
It's like a classroom full of kids, you know, fighting over something that looks cool, or some candy or some shit. That's how this is going.
my back,
Like really?
Britain is like, maybe.
Fuck.
And then they decide to stay out of it, which
Okay.
is great for Germany.
Run!
Because Germany
Run, because some radicals are crazy. You gotta run from them. You
has
know.
a plan. They know that Russia is so big and clumsy that it will take them a while to get ready for war.
Huh.
So with this guy in charge, Germany will send all its troops into France at lightning speed while Russia's getting ready.
Okay.
Defeat France, then move all the troops to Russia and defeat Russia, and then we all speak German and eat Pfefferpottast every day. Just one problem.
What is that name? Pfefferpottast? I don't know what that name is.
Russia.
Let's listen to it again. Pfefferpottast. Okay. I don't know how that's like. How are they spelling it? I guess I guess it makes sense among their culture to say something like, I don't know, the name is weird, man.
Every day. Just one problem. France has loads of forts and defenses along its German border, and Germany can't waste any time fighting them. So Germany decides to go around them through Belgium.
Shit. Invasion!
Belgium is neutral, but Germany wants to march 750,000 troops through it
Oh,
to get around
fuck.
France's defenses.
No,
They're hoping Belgium
man.
will just kind of sit down and shut up, but they don't.
Oh.
They fight back, and they're pretty good too, so they
So
slow
they
the Germans
slow
down.
the Germans
What's worse
down.
is that Britain shows up, and they're pretty pissed that Germany's invading neutral countries. So now
Oh.
Britain declares war on Germany.
Oh!
So Germany push on through Belgium and commit some atrocities along the way. They also wear
Oh.
spikes and sometimes skulls on their uniform.
Okay.
Trying to not look like the bad guys. Good job.
Good
The
job.
Allies have a propaganda extravaganza, and this starts having an influence around the world, notably
Wow.
in America. The U.S. President
Woodrow Wilson.
sees himself as a bit of a Jesus figure, and
Oh.
spends most of the war trying to get everyone to just.
I heard the name Woodrow Wilson a lot. Was he a good president, or was he one of the worst? I think I heard his name describing as a very, you know, I don't know, to some extreme angles. Is he the best or the worst? Can somebody type down in the comment section? I don't know much about Woodrow Wilson, but I heard that name a lot, as if they say something like he has done a lot of something good or bad, but I don't remember that much. Can somebody type in the comment section? Was he a great president, or did he not do that well? I don't know. Let's get into it.
Hug it out. But there's also a large population of ethnic Germans living in the United States, and when the war first broke out, they were like, yay, Germany. But now that they're committing atrocities in Belgium, they're less enthusiastic. Let's
Oh.
play Spot the French Soldier.
Okay. Really? Game show?
Easy, right? He's wearing a bright blue uniform
Oh.
with red trousers.
Okay.
And do you know who else spotted him easily too? The Germans. While
Oh,
the French were slowly marching in columns through the countryside, the Germans easily tore them to shreds with their giant guns. All the
man.
nations involved in this war went in with an old-school war mentality. All
Oh,
of them
shit.
had to update their uniforms and tactics a lot during the Great War,
Yeah. Yeah.
because this war was going to be like nothing anyone had ever seen before.
Wow. Shit.
Russia's ready for war, and way earlier than expected.
Fuck.
Austria-Hungary, can you get on top of that? Oh yeah, sure, we've got this. Nope.
Oh,
We
man.
send some troops back to the east to defend against the Russians.
Okay.
The chief of staff of the Austro-Hungarian army is this guy, and although he is handsome, he turns out not to be the best military strategist. Austria-Hungary constantly ignores German
Man.
advice.
Okay, some people look really good, but they're not good at anything. Okay, that's real life. Okay, some people are like, all kinds of failures you'll find in real life. Like you should be so lucky to find someone that is experienced and ready that can do stuff at all to begin with. You should be very lucky.
Comes running back to Germany whenever they get in trouble. Austria-Hungary even gets its ass kicked by tiny Serbia, who repels all their invasion attempts at the start of the war.
Damn.
Better news for Germany in the north, though, where they almost completely wipe out the
Man,
Russians.
border wars this
Back on the
is.
Western
It's
Front,
crazy.
The Germans continue advancing and are in sight of Paris. At this
Shit.
point, anyone would be forgiven for thinking the Germans were going to get that quick victory after all. But then things start to go wrong. The French commander-in-chief knew something had to be done, and
Okay.
he ordered his armies to stop retreating. In the resulting battle, a gap opened up in the German lines. If
Wow.
a gap opens up, the enemy can use it to flank you from the side and behind. So the
Wow.
German armies have to retreat. The Allies launch a
Shit.
counterattack, so the Germans dig into defensive positions.
Oh,
The Allies do the
man.
same. Then both sides
Okay,
move
trenches.
north, trying to outflank each other along the way. When they reach the sea, they're in a stalemate with trench systems running the whole way from the coast to Switzerland.
Fuck.
The beginning of trench warfare on the Western Front. Here's how
Wow.
trench warfare works.
Trench
Two
warfare.
opposing lines of trenches with no man's land in between.
Oh.
One side would pummel the other with hundreds of thousands of artillery shells,
Huh.
sometimes for days at a time. This had a
Okay.
huge psychological effect on the soldiers, leaving many shell-shocked. Then
Oh.
the attacking troops would leave their trenches and rush across no man's land. A muddy,
Oh.
wet mass of shell craters and barbed wire.
Wow. What the
defending troops would
fuck?
unleash machine gun fire on the attackers, inflicting thousands
Man.
of casualties. The
Oh,
attackers would
shit.
send wave after wave until either they gave up or
Like, it's almost like a fucking video game, man. Like, did they not think that killing a bunch of your soldiers, sending them to war, and putting them in danger is a bad idea? Did they not think? Like, they probably thought about that, but it's probably like they can't avoid it. It's if they don't stand up and send their people, the opposition, the enemy, is gonna send and defeat you, and invade you basically. So it's like inevitable, and there's no other solution for this other than once a domino falls down, everything falls down like an effect. That's the fucking situation we got.
for the opposing trench was finally
Stupid.
overrun. There would be months of fighting and the deaths of thousands in order to gain a few meters or kilometers of
Yeah.
land.
I think back in the day, it's probably a very problematic, dangerous thing to have kids that are of male gender, because they're gonna become young, and people were so patriotic back then that they would like cry and commit suicide for not going into war and protecting your nation, which is very admirable. But if you had male children, they would become depressed in those times, and to have male children back then probably was very, very unfortunate situation, probably.
Living in the trenches was hard work too. Corpses, mud that could swallow you whole, pools of
Like a couple years ago, there's a movie that came out, 1917. It really shows you how fucking wasteland it is after war. Like, you can find dead bodies anywhere, like lying around, fucking some fingers, some head with holes in it. It's just fucking disgusting that we went, because we had to learn from it. That's the only explanation. As human beings had to learn from all these wars that doing wars were completely pathetic, a completely horrible idea that we should have never engaged in. We had some dictators because of it. Pretty much because of the constant warpath that we were in, you know. We went through a lot of shit, man.
Poisonous water,
It's not even a
rats,
joke.
disease, the smell. It's insane. That
Yeah, the
millions-
rats and disease, the fucking maggots, and you find these bodies not outside on the fucking green lush grass. No, they were fucking covered in mud, fucking nasty. You probably smell the corpses from a mile away before you even reach the war site, the places where the battle even happened, especially the trenches. You'll probably smell fucking death. They probably smell fucking rotting shit, basically.
Soldiers put up with these
And I don't even the fact that you have these soldiers buried, in a burial site is like 10 times, very very lucky. You even have your sacrificed soldiers buried in the fucking burial site. It must be really lucky for these bodies to be even buried there. Like you would not find the bodies in the war at all to begin with. That's what I think.
And commanders ordered them
It
to
must
do
be so
for
severe.
years.
Crazy. Okay, wait, what?
Corpses, mud that could swallow you whole.
Yeah.
Pools of poisonous water.
Poisonous water,
disease,
rats, disease, the
It's insane
smell.
that millions of soldiers put up with these conditions.
Yeah.
And commanders ordered them to do so
For years. And you would fight next to a dead corpse for months, rotting next to you, and you would load your fucking gun right next to it and go into war with it. That's how bad we were. Like, man, like I was right. Like back then, humanity was super fucking low, and they would do anything just because it made them angry and whatnot. Jesus. Let's get into part 2. Let's get into it. This thing already grossed me out. Let's get into part 2, but this video is very like 6 minutes only, so let's get into part 2, man. Let's get into it. 3 2 1, let's go. And I don't wanna waste just 6 minutes of video and upload the reaction like nothing. I don't want to do that. I want it to be a very good package of entertainment for you guys. Okay, so let's get into it. 3 2 1, let's go. Part 2. Hope it's less gross like the previous one. I can't say anything. It's history. It can be anything. Let's go. Part 2.
With both sides stuck in a hard stalemate, they knew this war
Shit.
wasn't going to be about taking territory, but about simply wearing each other down. The
Yeah.
Allies had plenty of men to expend from its overseas dominions, and the British also started a naval blockade, so Germany
Naval
couldn't import
blockade.
stuff, like food. Neither side really wanted a long, grueling war, though, so they both thought of ways to break the deadlock on the Western Front. Idea number 1, new frontiers.
New
When the war
frontiers.
first broke out, Australia was quick to take German New Guinea. The Allies also quickly jumped on Germany's colonies in Africa, and particularly in German East Africa, locals were enlisted as soldiers and carriers by both sides, leading to a tragic loss of life for the native Africans. Some new combatants entered the war as well. The Allies' new friends were Italy and Japan. Japan was busy building itself an empire, so it was more than
Yeah.
happy to take away German islands and colonies in East Asia.
Man.
Italy actually had an alliance with Germany and Austria-Hungary before the war, but after some tense relations, and then the
Yeah.
Allies promising to give them some of Austria-Hungary's stuff, they
Yeah.
switched sides. Italy opened up a front in the mountains here, but like
Fuck.
everyone else, they were stuck in stalemate for most of the war.
Oh shit.
The Central Powers' new friend was a struggling empire in the Middle East.
Okay.
The Ottomans.
Yeah, you know what? Like, in the past, and even now, man, like, shit can go off any day. Like, we're, like, living peacefully, like, nothing is happening. And, it's like everybody is, smart now. It's 2023, everybody's smart. Like, no. People are constantly up in their feelings all the time. So, anytime anything can happen, and one fucking switch and a fucking World War III can break out in a second. We cannot expect, peace from the entire world. Peace needs mental work. You need to work hard to achieve peace. You have to work mentally, first mentally, to achieve peace, to agree, to make others agree with a peace deal. You have to think, you have to use your mind and agree with others, have conversations, and make peace deal happen. But a war, just pinch someone, he gets angry, click the button, nuke the shit out of a nation, and we're in a World War III already. It's so easy to get into wars. Like people, and we're humans. It's you cannot do anything about that. Oh, these people are immature. When will they grow up? You cannot even say that. We are humans. We time to time will feel things, and we will hate certain nations to some extent already. We don't like some nations out there. You will love your nation, and you cannot hate your nation either. And it's like so many feelings, confusing, and the only thing that can make it the only thing that can give a point, make the whole thing work, is a full-on battle. An ugly, disgusting battle is the only thing that will take us to the next level. If not, we have to use our mind. We have to use our politeness, kindness, and reach step by step to the next level, or else we're jumping into it. It's like jumping off a cliff into the ocean, basically. Or you can build a fucking ladder or staircase down to the ocean or whatever. I know it's a bad analogy from me, but you either have to work hard to reach to the next level, or you fall right into it. That's what I think. Shit can hit the fan any time. And before that, we better fucking get together and get to the next level, or the future, or the next generation properly. Or else we will fall right into the next generation with all the confusion and bad shit that hasn't happened yet, will probably definitely happen. So we are fucked before we were even born. Basically, that's what I think.
The Ottoman were
We're all
divided on whether
fucked.
to actually join the war or not. Since
If World War III doesn't happen now, it will happen later. Pretty much, that's my opinion, because we're humans. We can't help but fight at the end of the day. We're just like this. We're animals by nature. We're only humans because of our brains. And if we use our brains, we will get somewhere. If we don't use it, we'll die. Pretty
they'd
much.
been exhausted by the recent Balkan Wars. Some of the
Okay.
politicians who did want to join went off on their own and fired some shells at Russia. And then came back and said, whoops, looks like we're at war now. The Ottoman entry into the war was
Of course.
of particular concern to the British, since the Middle East was full of oil, and Britain wanted all of that oil.
Yeah.
First,
Shit.
the Ottomans tried to attack Russia in the Caucasus Mountains. But
Okay.
they weren't prepared for the cold, and many of them froze to
Froze to
Then they
death.
crossed miles of
Fuck.
desert to take the Suez Canal from the British, but that failed too. Then the
Fuck.
Allies tried to take the Dardanelles at Gallipoli in a long and hard trench warfare campaign, but that
Man.
also failed. The Ottomans
Fuck.
blamed their initial losses on the ethnic Armenians living within Ottoman territory, and the resulting Armenian genocide led to the deaths
Like back then, probably you would find a dead body so easily. Like, just go. I don't think it even matters if you're in a battle-ridden area. It doesn't matter if you're in the trenches. I think you'll find anywhere outside of towns. You'll probably find a dead body anywhere lying around. It's so easy, because nowadays you see a fucking dead body, it's a fucking news situation. Like fucking national coverage will happen. Who the fuck is this? Who died? Who killed him? But back then you probably find a lot of dead bodies like nothing.
of 1.5 million people. Then the Germans sent spies into Afghanistan to try to convince the Arab tribes there to rise up in jihad against the British and
Right.
attack India. But that plan
Oh.
failed, partly because the
Get outta
spies
here.
on board brewed their own alcohol and got drunk, which
Get
is
the
a bad
fuck outta
thing to
here.
do in Afghanistan. All these new frontiers hadn't done much to change the war.
Okay.
Aware that the Allies had more men and supplies than them, the Germans knew they had to do something to break the stalemate.
Okay.
Before the war, there was a big conference that set out
Hague
the rules of
conference.
modern warfare.
Rules.
No chemical weapons,
Huh.
no killing civilians.
Yeah.
Basically, don't be
Good.
jerks.
Yeah.
The Germans held a meeting.
At least they had that sense. Like back then we were like literal animals, I guess.
Decided to
Let's
be
be
jerks.
jerks.
Zeppelin air raids commenced over British
Okay.
cities. They also started attacking the Allied trenches with chlorine gas and
Oh,
launched
man.
submarines to sink civilian ships.
Shit.
One such civilian ship was the Lusitania, which had 159 Americans on board when it was sunk,
Oh.
further swaying U.S. opinion against the Germans.
Huh.
Not to be completely unfair to the Germans, the Allies
Shit.
also engaged in chemical warfare soon after, and
Huh.
they had been hiding anti-submarine weapons on their civilian ships,
Okay.
which let the Germans justify their attacks.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Fuck.
Austria-Hungary still hadn't dealt with Serbia, so the
Damn.
Central Powers enlisted some help.
A lot of
Bulgaria
shit
was
is happening.
bitter
It's
and
not
was
even
still
a
bitter
joke.
about losing the Second Balkan War. The Central
Right.
Powers promised to make all of Bulgaria's wildest dreams come true if they helped, so they
Okay.
signed on, and together they knocked out Serbia. The
Okay.
Serbian troops retreated through Albania, which was neutral but had some ties to Austria-Hungary. So
Hmm.
Austria-Hungary entered Albania in a friendly invasion to chase down the Serbians.
Oh.
Many of them escaped by sea. It's
Oh.
1916, and a lot is happening.
Already
As
happening.
if they didn't have enough enemies already, Germany
Shit.
added one more to the list. Portugal had
Oh,
been getting a bit
man.
chummy with the Allies behind the scenes, but Germany didn't like that one bit.
One bit.
Around the same time, the only sea battle of the war happened. Both sides had a new powerful class of battleships called dreadnoughts, but they
Dreadnought.
were so expensive to build that neither side wanted to risk losing them in a battle. So they kept
Wow.
them in port, except for one time when they had a big fight and a bunch of them got damaged. So they
Okay.
didn't try that again. The UK
Battle of
started
Jutland.
conscripting men to the army, so they had plenty of reserves, which is just as well because the Western Front was about to get brutal. The longest and one of the bloodiest battles of the war started when the Germans launched an attack around the French
city of Verdun.
The French defended it desperately, leading to
Yeah, there's a video game called Verdun. Go play it. It's all in the trenches. Okay, it's World War I, and you got rifles all over the place. People were fucking crazy, man.
thousands of casualties. Under pressure, the French called on its allies to do something to draw the Germans' attention away.
Yeah.
So the British started their own long and brutal fight, the Battle of the Somme, with
Right.
60,000 British casualties on just the first day. It
Shit.
was also here that the British first used
fuck.
one crazy brand new piece of sci-fi
Like, imagine raising your son, just raising a son with very hard work. You work your whole life to raise your kids or a kid, especially people with single parenthood, like not single parent, like a single child in their life, just one son, and sending him to World War. That sending him, like even considering to send him, is already depressing. Like imagine sending your son into war, man. That will destroy you, break your heart, and you probably won't be the same after the war. Your son won't be the same if he turns out alive, which won't happen, like most likely won't. And if he did, you're lucky, and if he did, he won't be the same guy, and if he didn't, you won't be the same person, as a father. And I'm not even a family man. I don't even have kids, and I already know it, how it feels. Like imagine the people that are parents, imagine parents, like, my God.
technology. The Russians had been getting pushed back further and further into their own territory.
Right.
But in response to the French call for help, they began a huge offensive and did really
Yeah.
well until they ran
60,000 people died just in one day. That is genocide. That's not even a joke. That's crazy. That's actually makes me depressed,
out of supplies and got stuck. Seeing how
Yeah.
well the Russians had been doing, Romania decided now would be a great time to jump in and win the war. And
Right.
then they got pounded.
Fuck.
fighting amongst themselves
Probably
about
died. So many people probably died right there.
whether to join the war or not. The king liked the Central Powers, while
So
the
much
Prime Minister wanted
bloodshed.
to join the Allies. After a brief national schism, during which the country split into two, the king finally abdicated and the country reunited. With Allied help, they began a new offensive. In the Middle East, Russia was pushing into Ottoman territory from the north. The British had also made
Yeah, we're all like, yay for your nation and for good guys to win. But this is war, man. How do you know someone is good or bad? You're just killing through fucking thousands of people in the name of war. Can you even fucking, everything is morally gray in that situation. You cannot say, oh, we're winning against barbaric. I mean, if you want to protect, if you're in, the only way you think you can win, you think like you're winning. The only way you would think that you're winning is if you're in a defensive position and not dominating or invading, But if you're invading another country and you're cheering, then you got some problems, bro. Like really, you really want your nation to invade other fucking countries? No, please stop.
the land in
It's
Mesopotamia
crazy.
to protect Persia's oil fields.
Yeah.
And they had also sent a small army up the Tigris River to try to take Baghdad. But the army got besieged in the town of Kut along the way and
Okay.
eventually surrendered. a new offensive was launched from the south with all-out desert warfare. The
Shit.
offensive was aided by one famous British officer, better known as
Lawrence of
who
Arabia.
helped lead the Arab tribes.
Yeah, I seen the movie. I thought it was kind of fiction, but actually it's real. I didn't know that. I thought like it was like trying to portray a fiction world of I don't know. I guess like imagined version of real life, like a fictionized version of real life. But actually, it's actually a real dude that participated in this Arab tribe or whatever. It's crazy. It's great and crazy, but at the same time, it's like, is it heroic really? It's everybody's fighting over there. Okay, let's listen to it again. Okay.
Surrendered.
Okay.
A new offensive was launched from the
South with all-out desert
The
warfare.
offensive was aided by one famous British officer, better known as Lawrence of
Lawrence,
Arabia,
a
who
British
helped lead the
officer.
Arab tribes in a revolt that wreaked havoc on the Ottoman supply lines.
Ottoman
By
supply
the time
lines.
1917 rolled around, everyone was
Okay.
exhausted. There were mutinies
Yeah.
in the French army, the German populace was starving, and the
Yeah.
war had drained all of Russia's supplies. There was no clear winner, and it was still anyone's war. The only question...
Hey, if you don't know about Lawrence of Arabia, it's a movie. It's a classical movie. I think you know. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out, man. That thing has like actual real simulation of an actual real big war, like an invasion scene, which is the most iconic scene I've ever seen in a fucking movie. That's actually a real fucking invasion, of a big fucking village or whatever. Go check it out. It's a great movie. All right, let's
The war
do
had
it.
drained all of Russia's supplies. There was no clear winner, and it was still anyone's war. The
Okay.
only question now was, who was going to break first?
Oh, who's going
And
to
the
break?
answer was Russia. Tired of
Oh.
not eating and mad that a crazy magic homeless...
Oh, this guy from the Cold War or Russian Revolution. This guy was trying to fucking fuck the king's wife or whatever. It's so fucking... I think it was from Russian Revolution. This guy was a fucking crazy man. Rasputin, and nobody knows how he died. Even in that video, he died like nothing, and nobody knew how the fuck he died. It's a mystery, and I'm glad he died. He was a fake magician guy, fake magician dude that just, I guess, infiltrated the palace and brainwashing the kings and queens and whatnot. It's crazy with his magic healing powers. Can you believe that shit? That was hilarious and crazy at the same time. Okay.
And the answer was Russia.
Russia.
Tired of not eating and mad that a crazy magic homeless guy was calling some of the shots, there was
Yeah.
an uprising in Petrograd complete with riots and strikes. The riots turned into a full-scale revolution,
Oh,
and a
man.
new government overthrew the Tsar. Then a few months later, the Bolsheviks overthrew the new government,
Oh,
and they pulled Russia out of the war.
is that
Good
Lenin?
news for Germany. They now only
Vladimir
have troops
Lenin?
on the Western Front, but there was still one problem. The
Right.
pesky United States of America was looking increasingly like it was going to join the war.
Right.
America had been selling supplies to the Allies throughout the war
Mm.
and was getting super rich off the back of it, meaning it was in fantastic shape and was dangerous to the Germans. So Germany sent a telegram to Mexico saying, wouldn't it be crazy cool if you guys attacked America? But the British
Oh.
intercepted the message, showed it to the Americans, and that was the final straw. American troops began shipping out to Europe. This
Shit.
was terrible news for Germany, and they knew that
Okay.
all they needed was to force France and the UK to surrender before the fresh American troops arrived. It was now or never. So they
never.
started one final attack.
One final
They
attack.
converged their troops and hit hard at the Somme and pushed the
Oh.
Allies back. They hit a second
Shit.
time further north, then again and again.
Damn.
With each hit, the Germans were spending more and more resources.
Yeah,
while the
fuck.
Allies were getting better and better at
Oh,
repelling.
man.
By the fifth punch, the Allies held the line and even pushed back.
Oh,
With American
man.
troops now arriving in larger numbers,
Wow.
the Allies launched a counterattack, and that was it.
Shit.
Central powers were being pushed back on all fronts. Bulgaria
Okay.
collapsed first, followed by the Ottoman Empire, then Austria-Hungary, and finally on November 11th, 1918, at 11 o'clock, Germany surrendered. At the peace treaty,
Fuck.
Germany was forced to reduce its military,
Yeah.
accept war guilt, and pay the bill for the war. After
Yeah.
indescribable suffering and millions dead, the world learnt its lesson and never had such an awful war again.
No, this is World War One.
For about 20 years.
Of course, they didn't had enough. They had to go back because it was so spectacular. They wanted more of it, just to taste it. That's the reality. Okay, World War One, Oversimplified Part 1 and 2. How did you like it, huh? How did you like it? I'm gonna be watching Hitler part 1 and 2 later. Okay, no worries. And also like the Bill Ward's history of the entire world, I guess I already reacted to that. I'll put that video at the end of this video so that you can watch it. That video is actually funny, you know. But one thing I want to say in that that this oversimplified videos part 1 and 2 of this World War One thing had a different voice, and he was much more this whoever this voice this narrator is, his voice is like very serious, you know, compared to the Russian Revolution narrator. You know, that dude is kind of like poking fun at things, and it was kind of entertaining to listen to him. But this dude is like, it's almost like he was Batman telling you how bad we had, how terrible we had it in the World War One era. So I actually became depressed during the reaction of these two videos. Okay, in this video, okay, I kind of felt depressed, man, thinking about how people went through and what they went through. Even the you know, people that had dictators, you know, even they went through it. I know that they don't know anything else, and they supported dictators. It's bad situation, you know. You can't do anything. Life is just terrible, you know. And props to this narrator for taking this World War One thing seriously with part 1 and 2. I really appreciate it. This, whoever this narrator is, the old narrator from 6 years ago, is it the same guy or a different guy? I don't know. Maybe he changed. Maybe he grew up and changed. The voice changed in other videos. I don't know, but you know, his job here was pretty cool. Pretty cool narration going on. So oversimplified part 1, 2 of World War One. I'll get to World War II soon, and we'll also get to Hitler. I think I'll get to Hitler next. I would like to know, like I already know, like everybody knows what he, how he changed, what he went through his mind, how he wrote the book and everything. That's pretty much the most crucial things about him, and what he used to do before war and everything. But we'll get there. We'll know. You know, we will get to know all about him, and I'll actually react to a lot of Hitler stuff just to see what he really was like, thinking, like what he was doing, and like maybe he had you know, maybe he had some good intentions like every other human being, but the approach probably was the most terrible approach he could have taken, and probably changed him into this evil, fucking terrible human being. As he went through all these changes, he probably became super evil too. So, man, people, like, the world went through a lot of shit, and I could see it. Okay, I could see how it went. Okay, but yeah, World War One oversimplified part 1 and 2. What did you think about it? Did you like this reaction? This is a very long video. This is gonna be a 40-minute video. I'll not even cut anything out. Okay, so that you could see my actual reaction to this, and also hear me talk about some of the things and the fears and the people that went through it. Okay, so yeah, please subscribe to this channel if you can. That would be really helpful, and the link to my main channel will be in the description. Go check it out. Okay, go check it out. There's hundreds of reactions over there. No politics and political reactions. None of that in my main channel. None of that is there. But you'll find them only here. But you'll see a lot of reactions like music videos, you know, crazy animated videos, reactions, you know, SML movie and all that. So go check out my main channel as well. Okay, subscribe to both channels if you can. Okay, but definitely subscribe over here because this is where I'm uploading every day. So yeah, that's it for this reaction. Suggest me any videos if you have in mind. I'll type down in the comment section. I'll note it down and react to it. I'll even say her name. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this reaction. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.